Hey everyone, Suzy here from Adventurous Real Estate Investors. So in this video, I have big news. My doomsday is coming up. And just so that we can give a little context of where we are at the Oddly End. And if you hear some fantastic music in the background, that's because the Philharmonic Orchestra is here. So yay, what a pleasant surprise. But going back to my doomsday, what does that mean? I'm sure you are all on the edge of your seats. Me too. But what it is that I'm transitioning out of my W-2 and into real estate investing full time on September 1st. Yes, you heard that right. Very, very, very soon. I've had a few people ask me about my experience with this, so I thought I would share 10 escape plan tips with you. So stay tuned for the next 9 videos after this one. And if you're watching in the future, then you can have access to all 9 of them and binge them back to back. So before I jump into this video though, if you like the channel and content that Michael and I have been putting out, please go ahead and smash that like button below and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified when we release new content. All right, let's get into it. So that day, March 4th is the day that changed my life. So that is when Michael and I decided that I was going to be stepping away from my traditional 9 to 5. Was I nervous? Yes. Very, very, very nervous. You know, there's just a lot of emotions that went on during that day and going forward. And you know, it's difficult to move and start somewhere new. It's difficult to start over, but it feels different this time. I knew this time I was gonna go 100% on my goals, mine and Michael's goals. And that's essentially what we wanted. And you know, some people kind of thought we were crazy, but Michael and I knew that it was the right thing to do. And my old job, some would define as kind of cushy. So I was working from home, I had 25 vacation days a year. On top of that, I had flex time if needed. There were great parties and it was a great culture. But ultimately, the perks weren't worth 40 hours of my week. I knew that there was more to life than working on someone else's dream. I didn't want to grow old and end up with regrets, so I took the leap. I think what often surprises us as people is that when we leave voluntarily and when we leave for something that we really want to do, it still hits because it's a loss. It was such an important part of our life when we went into it, and now we're moving on. It's kind of like a graduation. But because graduations don't happen on a whim, neither does quitting. I didn't just quit on a whim. Michael and I made a plan for about 6 months and made it happen. Don't worry though, if yours takes a little longer, that's totally okay. Everyone's journey is different. So during this video, I'm gonna go over the first process I used to quit my traditional 9 to 5 job to become a real estate investor. But total, there are 10 steps. So my escape plan tip number 1 is detaching your identity from your career. Remember those skills that you have that can easily be transferred from one job to another? Use those skills. You are a human with great skills. Like, I wasn't born to be an accountant or a program manager. I was born to help people. So I'm going to find a position or a career that can help me do that. And that's exactly what Michael and I did. Your self-worth is not determined by your career. And if you tie your self-worth to your career, the successes and failures that you experience will directly affect your self-worth. And that's something we definitely don't want. So because we live in a society where careers are less likely to be lifelong, if we switch or find ourselves out of a job, it can also become an identity crisis, something we also want to avoid. So when we can avoid a bit of the crisis, all we have to do is remember all of the great skills that we have, not the title of our current or previous positions. So just be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. And that is a great quote by Oscar Wilde. So I hope you found value in this video. Don't forget to stay tuned for the remaining 9 videos that will follow. Until next time, explore more. Adventure awaits. Woo!